Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to this Tech2Connect training video. This video will discuss our technology decision guide and our framework for choosing technologies to meet your clients' needs. My name is Claire Simpson and I'm an occupational therapy student working with Wyoming Assistive Technology Resources for the summer. I also want to introduce my supervisor, Ryan Rausch. Although he's not on the video today, he and I developed this decision guide, and he is the occupational therapist at Wyoming Assistive Technology Resources. And so if you work with us in the future on this project or work with us in relation to any other technology or assistive technology needs, you'll likely meet and be working with Ryan. And then Wyoming Assistive Technology Resources, also known as WATER, is here for you throughout this process and this program to provide technology information and assistance, device demonstrations, and device loans. The Wyoming Center on Aging, also known as WYCOA, is the leader of this project, and so I want to highlight them as they are also here for you to support you in this process in whatever ways you may need. If you're at the point of watching this video, you're likely already familiar with or working with the Wyoming Center on Aging, but I just want to reiterate that they can give support and guidance from the project planning stages to implementation, and they're also here just to answer any other questions you have or support that you may need with this program. Like you, their goal is to make sure that your clients are supported and connected, and so let them know how they can help you accomplish that goal. So first of all, we just want to say thank you, huge thank you to you and to your organization for committing to work with us to improve the quality of life and the social relationships and access of your clients during this difficult time of COVID-19. Through this Tech2Connect program, your organization could receive funds to purchase and use technology in order to decrease social isolation and increase access to virtual social and healthcare services among older adults and seniors in your community. With this opportunity does come the challenge of choosing the right technology that will meet your clients' needs, and also the challenge of supporting them in learning to use and apply that technology to meet their specific needs. Research shows that seniors will be more likely to learn and adopt new technologies when they recognize a specific need or function for the technology. So for example, when they say, well, I want to be able to FaceTime with my family, or I want to attend this doctor's appointment virtually via telehealth services. And since specific technologies are better suited for different purposes, it's really necessary to understand what specific purposes your clients want to use technology for, and what unique accommodation needs they may have with using technology. And then finally, it's super important just to understand how to help them learn to use that technology and how to apply it to their daily lives. You're the expert in your community, and we want to support you, and we want to collaborate with you through this endeavor, and we want to make sure that the social needs of your clients are met through the selection of the appropriate technology, through assessment of assistive technology needs, and through training on the use and application of technology. So please don't hesitate, again, to contact the Wyoming Center on Aging or Wyoming Assistive Technology Resources if you need support or guidance in any parts of this process. I just want to give a couple of examples of technology that could be purchased using these funds. So this includes iPads, Android tablets, the GrandPad, laptops, desktop computers, potentially internet services such as Wi-Fi hotspots or internet service plans, and relevant assistive technology for accessing these devices. If you have other ideas or technology needs that aren't listed on this slide, please do contact the Wyoming Center on Aging to discuss the possibility of using this funding for other technologies. Additionally, we will be posting training videos on the Tech2Connect website for topics related to using these various devices. Please check the Tech2Connect website frequently, as new videos will be added each week. Training videos will cover topics such as basic how to use a device like an iPad or a tablet, how to download an app, how to utilize those built-in accessibility features and customize your device so it works a little better for you. But if you do have specific requests for training videos, or there's a topic that you're just not seeing that you'd like us to cover, please contact Water by email to make those requests, and we will provide that contact information later in this presentation. We do realize that this challenge of selecting relevant technology for your clients may seem very daunting. And so that's why we've created a framework, or we will share a framework, and we've created a decision guide to help guide you and your clients in the process of choosing what kinds of technology to purchase that will meet their needs. You can refer your clients to the Tech2Connect Technology Decision Guide, or you can fill it out with them on the Tech2Connect website. And based on your clients' wants and needs, the decision guide will help provide suggestions for appropriate technologies. The decision guide is based on a framework, which we will discuss further in this presentation. Frameworks are really nice because they help us break down these complex challenges, and they offer a way to kind of consider all aspects of a complex situation with an open mind in order to make better informed decisions. And really, a lot of times frameworks allow us to consider aspects of a situation which maybe we hadn't thought of, and discover some things that maybe we didn't know. The framework we will use to guide you through this process of deciding what technology to purchase is called the Human Activity Technology Framework, or the HAT framework for short. And following this framework, you'll be guided through considerations to make and questions to ask regarding the human, or your client, the activities they want and need to be able to do, and then the technology that they use or that they need and want to use in order to accomplish these activities. Each of these components will be also considered within the client's context in order to make an informed decision about their unique technology needs. Keep in mind, you're not required to use this guide, and the outcomes and suggestions that the guide will provide are merely that, they're suggestions. The intent of the guide is really just to help you through that process of deciding what technology to purchase and guide that conversation with your clients to figure out what they need. And so here's a visual representation of that HAT framework, which our decision guide is loosely based around. This visual kind of shows you how the elements that you need to consider, being the human, the activity, and the technology, really fit together. They're really equally important, and they fit together within the client's context. And in the following slides, I'll discuss each of these components in a little more detail. I'll talk about some of the questions you should ask to consider each component, and how you should think about this while you're helping your clients make that decision. Again, the technology decision guide will walk you through all of this. So the very first question we should ask our clients is, are they even interested in learning to use new technologies for any social purposes, or for accessing community resources, or for accessing healthcare resources? Acquiring and learning new technologies will take some time and probably some effort on the part of the client. And that's not really likely to happen. Research shows it's not really likely to happen for seniors if they're not interested, or if they don't foresee a specific purpose or benefit. Many seniors are already set up with the technology that meets their social needs, or maybe they have other methods of connecting with friends and family and accessing those resources that they need, even during this time of COVID-19. And if they are satisfied with their current methods of social connection, or they don't express interest in learning new technologies for social purposes, you can stop your evaluation here, but please let them know about the program. Just give them the information and your contact information. Let them know that there is technology available to meet a variety of social needs, including connecting with friends and family, social interest groups, church groups, their doctor, etc. Tell them about the program and give them your information so that if they do in the future feel that this is a need for them, they can reach out. But mostly it's so important to ask that question. We can't assume that this person already has all the technology that they need and they're doing fine, their social needs are met. We never want to assume that. We want to ask and help in any way that we can. And if they are interested in acquiring and or learning new technologies, then we'll want to continue to assess their needs via this HAT model and decision guide. So what is their familiarity and their comfort with technology? And this can help you determine what products they might want to use and what level of training or assistance they will need. It can help you determine what are their strengths with technology and what are their strengths as a learner. What challenges might they have with certain technologies? For example, do they have challenges with vision, cognition, memory, hearing, or motor coordination? These things could make it difficult to use certain technologies in certain ways. And if they do have any of these challenges, their device could be customized via the accessibility features on their device to make it easier for them to use. Check out our training video on built-in accessibility features to learn more about that. But if you do feel like their needs are a bit more complex, you may consider referring them to Wyoming Assistive Technology Resources for further evaluation and assistive technology recommendations. Once you understand the person a little bit better, then you need to try to understand what they want and need to be able to do with technology. So what are their technology needs? Do they need a new device? Do they already have a device that will meet their needs, but maybe they need a new app installed on their current device? Do they already have a device, but maybe they need a bit more training in how to use certain functions of that device or how to use a certain application? And to understand all of these things, you need to analyze the social activities that they want to be able to do. So who do they want to connect with? Is it their friends, their family, their doctor? What platforms are the people that they want to connect with using? Do they want to join, maybe their family does a group FaceTime and they want to join in on that, or they want to attend a telehealth appointment and their healthcare provider is doing that over Zoom. Do they want to order groceries online from Walmart? So understanding who they need to connect with and how could be really critical in selecting a device for that individual. So for example, if the individual wants to connect with family members who have FaceTime or iMessage, then they're going to need an iOS or an Apple device, such as an iPad. However, if they want to use Facebook to connect with old friends, then they could use a number of different devices. Really most devices that have a browser or the Facebook app and an internet connection can get on Facebook. We want to also consider how they use or how they would use technology. So what devices do they currently have? If any, are they already familiar with the iOS or the Android operating systems? And if so, a similar device with a similar operating system may be easier for them to use if we're looking at getting a new device. Conversely, maybe their current device isn't really meeting their needs. Do they need something else, something completely different? Do they have kind of a preconceived notion or an idea about what technology might work best for them, or a preference, like maybe they prefer a tablet to a computer or vice versa, or they prefer a smaller, very handheld device. Do they need some kind of alternative input controls, alternative output of information, or assistive technology such as adapted keyboards, adapted mice, or like a screen reader? And if they do have complex needs for assistive technology, again, you may consider referring them to the Wyoming Assistive Technology Resources for further evaluation and training. And then finally, it's just so important to consider the context in which the client will use the technology. So will they be using it in their home? Is their home, a house, an apartment, a single room? Are there space limitations to having the desired device and other needed equipment? So for example, if they want a desktop computer, do they have, tabletop space where they can have and keep a desktop computer? Or do they want a device that's more portable so that they can take it with them on the go, use it in multiple locations? Or maybe they want to be able to just sit with it in their lap while they're sitting on the couch and use it there. So where do they want to use the device, and is that feasible? What does their internet connection look like in their home, and how will access to internet impact their ability to use their device in a desired way? So lots to think about, again, with regards to the person's context. If you haven't already, check out the rest of the Tech2Connect website. Here you'll find application information. So if you haven't already, you can fill out the application and familiarize yourself with that HAT decision guide that we've covered in this presentation. The HAT decision guide provides questions to ask your client based on this HAT framework. So we'll kind of take you through the questions that I've been discussing in this presentation. And then based on your client's responses, the decision guide will generate a report with suggestions and considerations about technologies that may fit your client's needs. This decision guide is formatted in kind of a semi-structured interview. So it's intended for you to administer the questions to your clients. But alternatively, if your client feels comfortable accessing the guide and filling it out independently online, they may do so, and then they could share their results with you. They could print off or send you that outcome report, and you can have that conversation with them based on the decision guide to determine what kind of technology will be useful to them. On this website, the Tech2Connect website, you can also watch training videos, or you can refer your clients to these training videos. Again, we'll have videos on many technologies, built-in accessibility features, and different kinds of social applications. Again, make sure to check back at this site regularly, as we'll be uploading new training videos often, as fast as we can make them. And let us know if you have any questions, comments, or would like specific videos related to specific technologies. Again, I want to reiterate that both Wyoming Assistive Technology Resources and the Wyoming Center on Aging are here to support you and to support your clients in this process, and however you may need. Wyoming Assistive Technology Resources is here to provide you technology information, training and technical assistance, as well as device demonstrations and device loans. So if you have a client that maybe wants to try out an iPad or try out a specific device before making the purchase, you can contact us. And then we also have a reutilization program for resale of assistive technology and other equipment. Our phone number is 307-766-6187. I'll repeat that, 307-766-6187. And our email is watr@uwyo.edu. And then the Wyoming Center on Aging can answer any questions you may have about the program, about the application process, about the funds and how they can be accessed and utilized. And they're here to support your senior center in other ways that may be needed. So please don't hesitate to contact them, again, by phone at 307-766-2829, or by email at wycoa@uwyo.edu. Thanks so much for watching, and more importantly, thanks for your commitment to the clients that you serve.